The posts both on Discord as well as on Reddit all the time. I can't find Orctown, the very first Orctown. And this is really your first exposure to the fact that every one of these rooms can be multiple levels. So this is my sister's world again, and we're just doing cleanup and repair. And we're finishing up the Western Halls, which I have a video up already showing the half of part one of the reconstruction, and I should have the other one done in the next week or so. But before I destroy Orctown, which was already wiped out, we've completed the game, so spoilers ahead, I'm going to teach you how to get there. Now, this is where my Elven Blessing is. This is the Elven Quarter to the mines. This should be the mines entrance. And this is the Narvi Great Forge. And so it looks like on the map when you're up in Narvi Great Forge that Orctown is in the Narvi Great Forge. It is not. It is underneath it. So you end up going through the mines in the Elven Quarter. This giant square here is the Elven Quarter. You go into the mines and you enter at first the Western Mines into this large area. And it's always that way. This large Elven Quarter and this first entryway into the mines is always the same. And so you proceed down, and I'll show you, we got it pretty well lit up and it's morning. You come down a series of stairs, and as we're cleaning up, we're lighting the area. Anyway, and you'll get to Lonnie's outpost, Lonnie's camp, which I've repaired. So there will be no walls or doors here or anything. And this is where you'll likely make camp. I mean, everyone makes camp here. It's a nice camp. It's well secured. And then you'll start your adventures. Now, I'm going to take you on my path. Out of that room, there's usually an exit to the north and an exit to the south. I've only seen those two ever. So I think they're hard-coded after 7 games. Those are fixed. And so you want to head toward the map where the Narvi Great Forge is. So you're just going to start going that direction. Now, a bunch of this has already been cleaned up. And the rooms you'll encounter and the monsters and everything will be completely random based on the tiles in the game. I call them tiles, each one of these squares, because they're like a board game, like Hero Quest or Gloomhaven, where you put down a tile and the tiles have to connect to the other tiles. And you'll notice that it's on some of the room tiles, there'll be entrance or exits and they'll be blocked off. It'll just be covered over. It's because the tile was oriented by the automation and the code and the seed that you generated to come here. Now, I did drop a stone here, just so you know, because I wanted to remember to clean up Orctown. Now, that being said, if you look on the map, you see I'm heading toward the Narvi Great Forge, which is above us. Okay. Alright, so we're going to adventure, and you'll come across, this will be blocked off with dirt or iron or other type of rock or mineral, and you'll be able to mine it. I've never seen someone unable to mine to get through it. And you'll mine it, and you'll come out to this, which is a giant room and a wood fortress. Now, I knocked down the gate and, of course, killed all the orcs. Oh, look, a few stragglers.
Perfect.
Anyway, so we're gonna clean up in here and take down the wood and everything else. This area is buildable. It's a little dark and dingy, but I am working on a plan to rebuild this area here. I was gonna put in a nice gate down there. But this is where you want to go for the first boss. And like I said, it looks like on the map, you're underneath, you're going toward the Great Forge, right? And you're like, why can't I get there? And I'll finish showing it to you here. I guess I'll sprint. So now here we are, there's a little bit of sunlight here, underneath the Great Forge. And the first boss fight will be somewhere around here. There'll be an outpost and a boss. Lots of little mines that we've already mined out. This is the outpost. All of them have an outpost like this with a couple of mines. And then, of course, this is where the boss is. And then there'll be a ladder. So the orc ladders you cannot use, but you will come over here and you will find two dwarven ladders. One short that goes nowhere and the other one long. And this is where you'll find the first piece of Durin's axe, or second piece, sorry. First piece is usually upstairs. But here's the Great Forge, and this is why many people get confused. This is your first real exposure to multi-layered dungeon. Alrighty.